up, guys? Today we're going to strip the front and rear brake assemblies into their component bits. We're going to clean and prep all of the bits, and then we're going to install new seals before reassembling. We won't be reinstalling though, because the car is still going to go off to be sprayed, and we don't want to overspray on our clean, shiny brake bits. This is the left rear brake caliper assembly. The last time I was doing this, I was still trying to figure it out, so didn't know what exactly I was doing. This time around, I suppose I'm more experienced. So where we started off with was on these sliding pins. Here's it, this little metal thing that goes through and then ties back on itself, so it holds it in place. So basically it's a matter of removing those. So let's see if I can grab it here. There we go. This one. Right, then these sliding pins do what their names say. They slide. This one. Two. This is just a little clip that holds that. Can you see it? Focus, camera, focus. Right, so those are the shoes can come off. Right, those aside, because this entire thing will slide down now. Let's try it and see. Okay. There you go. Yes. Ta-da! That is so much easier. Right, what I've got here is these are the front brakes, and we've used the airline to push out the pistons. Then moving on, what do we have the rear brakes here, which were in pieces, and I'm going to reassemble this. So as well as that, so I'm going to reassemble all of it. Well, when I say reassemble, I mean I'm putting the pistons back in and the old seals back here. The reason for that is, so when we aqua blast, there's not going to be any blasting material, or I suppose water going into the cylinder itself, or if we have this piston out, I'm afraid it could damage the surface on the piston. So I've got all of the new seals, and this was not a kit or something that I ordered. I just went to a brake specialist and took the samples to them, and they just matched it. It was actually fairly cheap. Then we've got the rest of the brake components. So the caliper mounting bracket, I suppose you'd call it. Some other little brackets and stuff. I've got the brake hoses here. I'm not going to blast those, but I've got them here so that I'm going to be going during the week, or by next weekend hopefully, to have these made into braided lines. So I'm not buying a kit again. I'm going to have those made up. What else is there? Yeah, and then this is the rear right brake. So reassemble that as well. And then this is the last bit of the rear brake. All of this mounts onto that.
So today, what are we doing, Nish?
We are aqua blasting.
Yes.
Aqua blasting.
We're aqua blasting parts for the Z today.
Yeah, I'm checking out.
Courtesy of Ash Customs.
Check it out. So how do I switch it on? There you go. That's so cool.
That looks satisfying as.
The brake bits back from blasting, and the difference is phenomenal. Check this out. You'll notice I'm not using primer on these because the primer isn't high heat and brake parts get quite hot. So the paint I'm using is a high heat engine enamel. Here's a look at the final product. I'm absolutely loving this color. Reassembling the rear setup was a mission of note. I would rather outsource this if I had to do it again, because it's not just about knowing what goes where, it's about knowing the sequence in which to disassemble and then reassemble, and all of the little tricks of the trade which you're going to have to figure out, and it's not worth the effort. Some good news. I managed to assemble one side. Still need to check if it's correct, but I had this whole contraption on this side, which is why it wasn't working. Checked out some pictures and videos that I had done, and I realized that it's actually the opposite side. So anyway, that should either set something like that or something like that. I'll check the pictures and confirm. I'm glad I made some progress. After all of that, I think the final product looks fantastic. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the build series.